My name is Mia, and this story began when I was 18, just starting college. I lived in a big city but kept to myself, spending most of my time reading. My secret dream was to become a writer, though I never told my parents. They just wanted me to study hard and get a stable job. When I saw a creative writing class on the schedule, I enrolled right away. That's when I met the man who would change my life, my teacher, Mr. David Lawson. Everyone called him Dave. Dave was 36, kind, and had this soft, encouraging voice that made every lesson feel special. He gave helpful comments on my stories and once told me, "Mia, you should keep writing." It was the first time I felt someone truly saw me. One afternoon, I stayed after class to ask for help with a story. We ended up talking for an hour about books, dreams, and life. After that, I often found excuses to stay and chat. He told me he wasn't married and sometimes felt lonely. Our connection grew stronger, and I realized I had feelings for him. Feelings I knew were wrong for a student to have for her teacher. One cold November evening, I was stuck at the college door, watching heavy rain pour down. I didn't have an umbrella. Then Dave appeared, smiling shyly. He offered to walk me home under his small umbrella. We had to stand so close our arms touched. At the corner near my house, we stopped. He looked at me and before I could think, he kissed me, soft, gentle, and electric. We both knew we'd crossed a line. He said, "We can't do this again." I nodded, but my heart hoped otherwise. We couldn't stay away. Soon, we were meeting in quiet coffee shops far from campus, walking in empty parks and talking on the phone late at night. Dave told me he loved me. I told him I loved him too. It was exciting but terrifying. One rumor could destroy us. At school, we acted like nothing was happening, living two separate lives. Months later, I started feeling sick every morning. I bought a pregnancy test, and it was positive. I was 18 in college, pregnant, with my teacher's baby. When I told Dave, his face went pale, but then he held me and said, "Whatever you decide, I'll support you. I love you." We didn't have answers, only fear and the promise to face it together. We thought we were careful, but one sunny afternoon, a classmate saw Dave holding my hand near campus. She didn't like me, and she told the college. The next day, rumors spread everywhere. The dean called us in separately. We couldn't hide it anymore. Dave admitted everything, taking full responsibility to protect me. That same day, he was fired. His career, his reputation gone. Everyone knew. The college told my parents. My father shouted. My mother cried. Until I told them I was pregnant. Then they just stared at me in shock. I felt ashamed and completely alone, except for Dave. He called me every day, reminding me we'd get through this. I decided to keep the baby, even though we had no money and no home together. Dave found a writing job in another city, far from home. After finishing my semester, I moved with him. My parents said a tearful goodbye, though things between us were strained. Our apartment was tiny, but it was ours. People in the new city sometimes whispered about our age difference, but we ignored them. A few months later, our baby girl Lily was born. She was perfect. Having her was the happiest and hardest thing I'd ever done. We struggled with money, and I was often alone with her, missing my parents. But Lily's smile made everything worth it. Dave was a loving father and never stopped supporting my dream to write. When Lily started preschool, I began writing again. Our story. Many publishers rejected it, but finally, a small company said yes. Holding that first printed copy of my book felt like taking back a piece of myself. Life still isn't perfect. My parents and I are still rebuilding our relationship. But Dave, Lily, and I are a family. We've been through shame, fear, and loss, but our love survived. It's not the life I planned, but it's ours.